Hi, I'm going to tell you about the time when a law from my book Back to Dixie sparked political outrage on the internet. So Back to Dixie explores the impact that politics has on race relations in America, and in the beginning of the book, Democrats hold a supermajority in Congress and also the presidency, so they can basically pass whatever law they feel is important. So in the book, President Weldon promises to make addressing systemic racism one of his top priorities. So once he was elected, he passed the SCALE Act for Social Justice in 2023. And the SCALE Act has provisions in 5 categories: income, education, housing, criminal justice, and healthcare. So I made this image of what the SCALE Act did in each of these 5 categories and posted it on my blog and got a few comments. And then I thought, how about putting it in front of people that really are interested in systemic racism as an issue and its possible solutions, and hopefully generate a broader discussion. So I use Facebook tools to share the image with people who search for terms like systemic racism and reparations and social justice, pretty targeted group. And so right away, I started to get a lot of feedback. Half the people sent the thumbs up emoji, but the other half sent the emoji with the haha guy, the little guy with the tears rolling out of his eyes. And I'm not sure whether we're laughing at the law or graphic or something else. And then the comments started coming in, and it made it clear how pissed off some people were at me having the audacity to even write a fictitious law that's dealing with systemic racism. I mean, these people were upset. So one guy said Len Hyde is a liberal racist that's only looking for handouts. And another guy said he's just sick and tired of black people always blaming their situations on someone else. And one guy says Joe Biden is a racist because he was buddies with Robert Byrd, who's a KKK member. And another guy, most people essentially said, systemic racism is a term made up by liberal Democrats just so that they could pass whatever thing is on their crazy agenda. One guy said that Democrats were the founding fathers of the KKK. And so if you support Democrats, you're supporting the KKK. And another guy just put a big N and sent it, nothing else. And one lady in particular sent me about 40 responses with everything she could put her fingers on: memes, pictures, posters. She was mad, and she wanted to show that Democrats were the historically racist party and that Republicans were the ones who were trying to bring things back to the center. She called the SCALE Act racist, and she said that it treated black people differently than white people, and if you wrote the SCALE Act, then you must be racist too. And so later on in the book, conservatives actually come into power and pass the National Workfare Act in 2029. And that law is essentially modern day slavery. So because I wrote that law, does that make me a racist to black people as well? Of course not. So I can't be everything I write because I write about everything. So depending upon what I'm writing, I am white, I am black, I'm liberal, I'm conservative, I'm progressive, I'm Asian. I'm anything that I need to be in order to tell the story effectively and to be true to it. This isn't entertainment. It's meant for you to think about, to have discussions for sure, but we shouldn't be getting into all the aggressive name calling and stuff like that. Because when we do that, it's like, we're not open to hear other opinions and perspectives. And it's like when we suspect someone has an opinion that's different than ours, we attack first. We think about our response while they're expressing themselves, and we're not listening when we do that. We're not growing when that happens. And it's only when we're open to hear, to really hear what everyone has to say. As long as they do it respectfully, right? No one's talking about anyone's mother or anything like that. As long as someone's respectful, I'm going to try and listen to what they have to say. I might learn something. It's when I close out, that I miss out on opportunities to grow and evolve. And as far as Back to Dixie goes, you don't get mad about this stuff. It's fiction, baby. Enjoy it.